Hello, Year One. Hope you're all well and have had a lovely weekend. In our humanities lesson today, we're going to continue learning more about pirate food. And we're going to learn how to record our work onto something called a Venn diagram, something that you don't know about. So we're going to learn more about pirate food and a Venn diagram. So, what did pirates eat and drink? We talked about this last week. So let's see what you can remember and see what new things you can learn. A pirate's food was not something many of us would get too excited about. Think of your least favourite meal. What is it? I'm thinking of mine. What would I not really like to eat? I don't think I'd like to eat a steak and kidney pie. I think I'd like the steak bit, but not the kidney bit. So that would probably be my least favourite meal. It's probably 10 times better than what most pirates ate. So let's discover more about what they used to eat. So when pirates got on board their ships and they left the port, they would take with them lots of fresh fruit and vegetables and meat to eat, but it wouldn't take long for these to run out. So can you remember why they would run out of these foods? That's right, children. They would eat them, and also once they'd been at sea, they didn't have electricity to keep fridges running and to keep the food fresh. So often it would start to rot. So before long, the fresh food would go off, and the ship's cook would have to use lots of herbs and spices to cover up the bad taste. So look, we've got lots of cloves there, bay leaves, some chilies, some peppercorns. So the chef on the ship would start adding these things to cover up the bad tastes. Let's have a look at some pirate food. Now, we learnt about hardtack last week. These were sometimes called ship's biscuits, and they were a very hard, dry bread. And you had to keep an eye out for maggots and worms in them too. Ooh. So this is called sauerkraut, and this is a German name, but it really means sour cabbage. So what the chefs would do on the boat would they would boil cabbage in the salty seawater, and then the cabbage would last much longer. Does this sound tasty to you? Would you like to eat boiled cabbage in seawater? I don't think I fancy that. Bone soup. So when the meat had run out on board the ship, the chef would boil up the bones with water from the sea and make bone soup. This was very, very thin and watery. I don't think I fancy that either. So this is a menu of food that a pirate might eat. So they might be lucky enough to eat turtle meat, but this is only if they could find some turtles swimming in the sea and then they would have to catch them. They would try and catch some fish so they could eat fresh fish. Sometimes if they went to an island and they found some animals or birds, they would take those onto the ship and they would be able to then eat some fresh meat. So some eggs. But sometimes the pirate ships had hens on them and they would be laying eggs. So the pirates did get some protein in the eggs. We've learnt about hardtack biscuits. These were long-lasting biscuits that were very tough to eat, and they had little maggots inside them. And sometimes they were able to find limes, which is a really super source of vitamin C, which stop them from becoming ill and getting something called scurvy. So pirate drinks. Let's see what they used to drink. Water tasted horrible. It was kept on board ship for a very long time and it went bad very quickly. There should be a full stop there, children. I'm sorry I've left that one out. Pirates drank drinks like rum and beer that wouldn't taste as horrible. And they sometimes used to mix in lemon, ginger, or nutmeg to make the drinks taste better. So what you're going to be doing today, children, is you are going to be filling in a Venn diagram, and it's going to look like this. It's two circles that overlap, and I'll come back to that in a moment. because I've got a little website that shows us how to use a Venn diagram. So on this one, our Venn diagram is looking at animals and things with 4 legs. So animals and things with 4 legs put together. And press continue. So where do these go in our Venn diagram? Drag them into the right place. So in this blue section here will be animals. In this red section here will be things with 4 legs. And where they cross over and meet in the middle, that will be animals that also have 4 legs. It's where they both meet. So let's start off here. This is a flower. It's not an animal. It's not an animal with 4 legs. So it has to go in here. In fact, it's not either, so I'll just put that one back. So this is a bed. That's not an animal. It's not both. It is something with 4 legs. A lion. Now that is an animal. And it also has 4 legs. So that actually needs to go into the middle, right there. This is a bee. That's an animal, but it doesn't have 4 legs. So I'm going to leave it in there. Let's go on to this one. This looks like a hermit crab. It's got lots of legs there. So it's definitely an animal. It definitely is it's not an animal with 4 legs. So it's going to stay over there. A chair. It's not an animal, but it does have 4 legs. So I'm going to pop that there. Let's move on to this moose. So it is an animal and it does have 4 legs. So again, it's going to go into the centre. I hope you're getting the hang of this now. We've now got a table. That's going to go there because it has 4 legs. This looks like a fish. So it is an animal, but it doesn't have 4 legs. So it's just going to stay over here. And that's a dog. That is an animal with 4 legs. So it's going to go in the middle. So we've got animals on here, things with 4 legs on here, and things in the middle that are both. So animals that have both legs. So that will be both. Now what you are going to be doing, children, is this worksheet. I hope you can see this. So it's called It's a Pirate Lunch for Me. On this side here is food that we eat today. And on this side here, it's food that pirates ate in the past. And in the middle, where the 2 circles cross over, is where you would put food that we eat today and pirates used to eat that we still eat today. Now, to make it easier, I've written some of the foods that pirates would eat down the bottom. So fruit, pirates would eat fruit, and we eat fruit. So you might want to draw a piece of fruit in here and then label it. You might want to draw an apple, a beautiful picture of an apple, and then label it. A vegetable. Have a think about a vegetable that a pirate might eat and a vegetable that we might eat. So they might have eaten a potato. So you could put a potato in here if you eat potatoes. Let's have a look at the hardtack biscuits. A hardtack, that is something that we don't eat today. So in this circle, it's food that we eat. This is what both of us eat. So because we don't eat it, a hardtack biscuit will go in here. This one, bone soup. Can you guess where this one would go? If you eat bone soup, then you could put it in here, but we know pirates used to eat it. So if you eat bone soup and a pirate eats bone soup, it would go in the middle. But I know I don't eat bone soup. So I would put bone soup here alongside turtle meat because I don't eat turtle meat. And I would put a lime because pirates used to eat lime and I love limes, especially lime curd, delicious. So I would put a picture of a lime, which is a fruit with like a greeny skin in the middle there. Draw a lime and then I would write lime next to it. So have a go, children. See if you can fill in this Venn diagram with food that we eat, food that pirates ate in the past, and if they're both the same, they go in the middle. So that's the end of what you need to do today. Make sure you draw your foods really carefully and label them. Have a go. Draw a Venn diagram. Bye, children.